Every night, more than 3,000 people across Sacramento are homeless. Many of them veterans sleeping outside, braving the cold, the wind, the rain. That sad reality is something Jason Carney, an activist and sergeant in the California National Guard, is currently experiencing firsthand.
I'm only doing it for the last 7-8 hours now, and let me tell you, when you don't know what's coming next, when you don't know where you're going to sleep, when you don't know if it's safe and secure, it's not fair to have human beings live like that.
Jason is 37, he has an apartment, a family, but for 30 days, he's decided to be homeless. He explained why in a video posted on a Facebook page for the group he founded, Vets for the 99%.
The life of homeless people by being in that element for the next 30 days.
And so began his month-long journey of being homeless, living on the street, documenting the stories of the homeless people he encounters along the way. We first caught up with Jason in Citrus Heights, about 1 week into the experiment.
Oh, sorry, my leg.
Yeah, are you okay? So what happened to your leg?
It's no easy endeavor. In that time, he said he had hurt his arm and sprained his ankle, walked a total of roughly 80 miles, slept outside in the rain, and eaten only a few meals.
Seeing the traps of rain, cold, slippery surfaces, different types of people you run into, lack of shelter, lack of food, things of that nature. It's kind of taken a toll on my body just in the first quarter of this.
Right, you said to me when I first met you, said, sorry, I'm usually a lot more jovial
Yes.
than this. And I was like, it's okay, you've been sleeping outside for what, the past 5-6 nights?
Yes, and 2 of those nights were a lot of fun because it dropped down into the upper 30s and it rained like I haven't seen in a while.
We walked over to the Advent Lutheran Church where he was hoping their food bank might be open.
Locked.
Is there another food pantry you walked to?
None that are open beyond about 4 o'clock, which is a problem for a lot of people because they have to travel a long distance from point A to point B just to get to these food banks.
Out of options for food, Jason then began a 4-mile walk to the park where he planned to sleep that night.
It's getting cold. Cold?
Not yet.
As it grew dark, we stopped so we could do a Facebook Live update about his day.
Hey, how you guys doing tonight? It's me. Promise you live cast this evening, giving you updates on what's going on.
We then continued on to the park.
A bicycle path that we're using right now, and it gives opportune spots to give yourself safety, cover, and the ability to not be out in the open. Yeah, this will do.
Not long after Jason laid out his sleeping bag, we were spotted by security.
This is a constant aspect that you try to avoid, but you always prep for it. And you always have a plan B, a plan C, plan D, so on and so forth. It is what it is, and it actually captured an element that these people are suffering from, which is constantly being harassed and moved.
4 days later, we met up again with Jason.
We left you on Friday. It's now Tuesday. In about 4 days, how have you been doing this past 4 days?
It was, with the weather, it was difficult. Been able to get out in the community, speak with people, get their stories.
He said he was mostly tired and thought he might be getting the flu.
Like, people complain that they only get 6 hours of sleep a night or what have you. In the 13 days that I've done this, I've maybe averaged 2.5 hours a night, and I'm somehow still functioning. I don't know.
To get a better understanding of what services there are for the homeless, Jason wanted to check out Loaves and Fishes near downtown Sacramento. The executive director, Noel Cameron, showed us around.
If Jason here were to come and right now just walk into Loaves and Fishes, what would you guys be able to help him out with or offer?
Well, first thing is folks come to, they'll go to Friendship Park, get a lunch ticket, and make sure they get themselves ready to go so that once we're serving lunch, they can get a nice hot meal. And we load folks up pretty good, so we make sure that everyone comes away with a full belly. So back here, this is our kennel. We've got a bike repair station in here.
It's great that you're doing it, but at the same token, there's still a larger problem.
As Jason's learned, that larger problem stems from issues like a lack of affordable housing, mental illness, and drugs. As is the case for Tyler, a homeless man we later ran into who praised Jason for what he's doing and dared others to do the same.
Do it for 5 days, I dare you, and see the daily discrimination.
Tyler told Jason he's currently seeking treatment for an opioid addiction.
I'm in recovery, and I'm on the streets.
That is something that many of us cannot relate to, but it served as a reminder and ammunition to Jason to keep doing what he's doing.
Wow, I didn't know it was like this, so maybe I need to look into this more. They start talking to people, so on and so forth, that it has almost like a virus effect, it spreads. And that's what I'm hoping for. I want this message to get out so that people realize that this is right underneath their nose, and they shouldn't be okay with it.